And
401.
Yeah, welcome back, folks. We appreciate you joining us. This is it. 401, as you mentioned. Now is the time. We are not taking any more commercial breaks. We are with you through the storm as we track Hurricane Matthew for as long as we possibly can this morning.
You just heard Tim Deegan talk in that spot right there, and he makes such a good point. This is not going to sneak up on us.
No.
It's not like, oh my goodness, or there's a tornado that came out of nowhere. These days people know this way in advance. It really doesn't cut down on the anxiety, the waiting for this to come, but at least it's not a surprise. So let's talk now to Lindsay Boach over there in the Weather Center. And Lindsay, I know it's a Category 3. I've heard some people on Facebook go, oh, it's not a 4, but gee, a 3 is still a very, very scary storm.
Yeah, Category 3 is still a major hurricane, only a difference by about 10 miles per hour is what we're looking at. We're at 120 miles per hour now. This is still a very dangerous storm. We're just thankful that it's at 120 miles per hour right now and not 145 when it was forecasted earlier. So here is a look at that storm right now at Matthew as it creeps up the coast, getting a little bit closer to potentially making a landfall and moving at about 14 miles per hour. So that's what we've been seeing throughout most of the morning, anywhere between about 12 and 14 miles an hour from overnight last night into this morning. And again, we're going to get an updated track at 5 o'clock. But right now we're looking at this and we're looking at about 125 miles per hour potentially as we head into 8 o'clock. I think maybe we'll see it down to about 120, so holding steady where it is. And then once it kind of swoops around, gets a little closer to the first coast, to Jacksonville, and then up through our Georgia counties, starting to decrease its wind speeds and then downgraded to a Category 2, Category 1, and then eventually a tropical storm. So here are the impacts that we're going to be seeing over the next probably about 36 hours and even a little bit less now. Winds, definitely going to be seeing that. Flooding a potential with up to 12 inches of rain in some spots. Storm surge going to be a threat in some spots as well. And then sea and surf, we're expecting about 20 to 25 foot waves out toward the beaches. So that's something that we're going to be watching. We'll touch more on storm surge in just a second. I do want to get to these winds right now. We have already seen hurricane force winds